for ensem bobo ba. Abdul Hanan, formerly known as CEO of Bapa Stock. The didn't know or CEO of Bapa Stock right now. No, former Attorney General. I name say or no. Godfred Odame or Abdul Hanan, a lawyer no. Waba ababe kika nsembi. Ochim actually move say right now no. Hanan Abdul. You name say CEO, former CEO of Bapa Stock no. Name say warriors ka allegedly warriors ka what cause financial loss to the state na. Actually no. Godfred Odame actually move say right now no. Nini pano is either say omo pese omo ye ni bibi boni bi. Cause who natural kwan is that say we free and answer why yera who natural kwan or no or any lawyer no who natural kwan and care you be fine that Saturday Sunday no yon court here now right now no Monday drew court proceedings so a maso or no sport on tinny panica or who any moon put not just on any eating common now your honey nan entity if you must say account I have frozen CEO Abdul Hanan former CEO Abdul Hanan Emma Fast Stock no ya can't say all cover room I could use can be a dear to coin I could USA online USA ye channel now go for me right now no and some no akwa BBI or as o transfer at Attorney General so as o we say na punishment be o be also face be na go for Odame debit my face all because o ba catch say unipa client and as o client him so Abdul Hanana what cause financial loss to the state no or no on fast be and on call bank be as o kwa iska and the first of all say only unipa enkasaya how can you come and tell the public say unipa on call baby enko iska waba yenim so ne nakasa afiri edru baby a o say chere say onhu ne kra for the past Saturday na ye che no onhu ne da obia unim ne where about na Abdul Hanan CEO former CEO Emma Fast Stock no or ye missing besides say where is Hanan and this case na atrigger and yama bibra just ebusia for yempese yembre I don't Ghana politics avenue so like you media no share ma unuanom onam for ebusia for obia insantiment kabi but adoma no da on so say na political trending news e twagua na say dey tu ama monso monsa etumi akabi na maje break set me di obibia AC o me yenko ni nkotie ensem aye course na Hopson adoye kran so intervene ensem a okeka no ensem a obuboro so no na say enya asem keto akra course Godfred Odame na first former Attorney General no Hopson adoye in a way Hopson so ordinary up to date until say na areas you reap what you sow and karma still lives on. Obusia for mommy yanko ni nkoti ensem aye course na hono de ekoye kana na tournament to ache say na enya asam keto akra me do bibi ase mo information emfem me
until you prove me guilty. If I manage to go away, I will continue to steal. But when they say I am guilty until I prove innocent, in that case,
let me also be going to Kojo before I go to Honorable. I want you to land and we go to Kojo and ask him a few follow-up questions.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is that Anan is in the grips of the PNI.
Are you concerned about the fact that in 24 hours he's not had access to his lawyer?
Oh, that one, I think they should, the state should try and then produce him, give him bail on that. Are you getting it? Maybe, you see, not all the things that will, be solved within that 24 or 48 hours. Are you getting it? There are some of the offenses or the alleged offenses which may need time.
But what would be the motivation for them to not allow him to see if that's true?
If let's say I'm your lawyer, and then there is an issue, when they ask you, the answers that you give may be different from when I'm with you.
Yes.
Maybe you can say no, then I can step on your feet and say no.
So the state is preventing that from
not that is preventing, not that at all. Okay. But what I mean is that there should be a due process.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Okay.
There should be a due process. So,
Kojo, I know that as of this morning, his lawyers are seeking an abridgment of the time, at least so that the 10th of July that the court has set to listen to the application of the habeas corpus will be fast-tracked. So far, what's wrong with the processes that the Attorney General is using?
My sister, good morning. I want to say good morning to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and thank him very much for honoring the beautiful invitation to come to my grandma's funeral, beautiful funeral this weekend. I also want to say a good morning to a very good someone in the northern region who really watches this show, and I'm sure by now you can be sure that he's watching the program. You know, I want to say good morning. I won't mention his name, but when I say you can be sure, he knows who it is. Look, you see, in the tree, we say that that's all I'll say to Hopson this morning. You see, Hopson is talking as if he might never get into problem one day. He wants to sit here. He wants to sit here and say that. My brother, you want to sit here. When you're speaking, I was quiet, please.
So don't mention me.
He wants to sit here and say that when somebody is accused, the thing where the rule of law, where everybody from time immemorial have put down for our civil liberties so that nobody can wrongfully accuse us and throw us in jail. He says that the person who is accused wrongfully or otherwise should be the one to now come and defend themselves. I want to tell a very short story. In the early years of the PNDC, you know, my life, I had two grandfathers, two great-grandfathers. One was the late Poku Transport. My grandmother married two great people. And the other one was the former Bantamahine, Amankwetia.
I like your grandmother.
Yes, very prominent. He married two prominent people.
I want to say he's strategic.
Very, you say whatever you want, but
very forward. Very forward thinking.
I don't know why she likes your
I like her palette. I like her palette. Yeah.
In that early years of Jerry John Rawlings PNDC era, these two grandfathers of mine suffered very big injustice. The Bantamahine was detained, whisked away. Nobody knew where he was for a very long time. Right now, after a while, we found out he was in Nsawam. He was kept under inhumane circumstances, and when they realized that he was about to die, they released him from detention.
He was kept in detention for absolutely nothing.
Absolutely for nobody, no trial, nothing. Kept in detention. The former Bantamahine was.
But their charges, except there were no trials.
Those times, my sister, they're like now. I'll get to the point. Nothing. Whisked away. Nobody knew where he was for a very long time, and was detention in Nsawam. Was there for a very long time when we found he was there. Then later, when they realized he was about to die, released him and he died a week after. My other grandfather, Poku Transport, we got intel that they were going to do similar, and we whisked him away to Abidjan. He was in exile in Abidjan for so many years.
But why not other people's grandfathers?
I don't know, but that's what's happened to my grandfather. So when I'm very passionate, when certain things, I wake up in the morning and I hear that somebody is being whisked away and nobody knows where he is. And Hopson wants to joke about it. It's not a joke. Hopson, please, Hopson, please.
He died in
Don't
prison.
Get me emotional this time.
I say he died in prison. Victor Salome died in prison.
So when
and then PP. What are you talking about here?
When you're speaking, I was quiet. When we get to the point, it's not a laughing matter.
So don't reference me.
Let me talk.
Don't reference me.
When we get to this juncture, where some of these things are beginning to happen again, some of us are very emotional about it. Not because of anything. Look, everybody is committed to fighting crime. Everybody is committed to fighting corruption. But you see, all these cowboy moves does not prevent or stop crime. You know why? Because...
But how do I marry the two?
The marrying the two is that the current NDC is doing the exact thing that the former PNDC were doing back in those days, whisking people away. Hold on.
I'll give you all your time. Let's stay there a bit. Today, I mean, you have seen the charges. The Attorney General has told...
There's no charges. We don't know. No, we don't know the charges. What charges? He was whisked... Hold on. He was in court. Hold on.
I'll work with that.
Attorney General... Look, we don't tell people things on Facebook pages. And when people say that attempted to empty their bank account, what does that mean? What does attempted to open bank account? Before we go to the nuances... No, but I'm saying that somebody was whisked away.
No, from where you started, Kojo, so I want us to situate the conversation well. First of all, so you're saying that We don't know why Hanan has
Nobody
been
has spoken to him. We don't know.
We don't know why he's been arrested.
Hold on. You see, for whatever reason, crimes are arrested by the police. Now, other people have arrest powers.
Yes.
The Yoko, BNI, whatever, right? But the law also is very clear when you arrest somebody, within which time you should basically give that person certain liberties.
48 hours.
Within that period, you should put him in court, blah, 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 blah. He was arrested, and the Supreme Court has ruled that back in the day where weekends are not counted, weekends are counted, right? So he was arrested on Saturday, 24 hours is on Sunday. Because there are no courts on Sunday, by whatever means, you should take him to court on Monday. Today is Tuesday. We are hearing that his lawyer has to go to court to now force him to produce him. His lawyer doesn't know where he is. My brother sits here and said that he's somewhere else.
Two things. I want clarity. Okay, I want clarity. The lawyer doesn't know where he is, or he has not been given access.
He doesn't know.
So what did he go to?
No, he went there asking, and they told him.
He only went there asking.
Well, hold on, but you go everywhere when somebody picks your client. But Emifa, you keep interrupting me, and let me make my point. No. You're interrupting me because you're not making me make my point. You are taking away the gravity of what.
No, we're not there yet.
No, we are.
You started a conversation
I'm
from
saying that I am
point,
no, but we need to now let the Ghanaians appreciate the historical antecedents of this party, the NDC. It's very important. The young man who is Attorney General today, maybe mid-40s, early 40s, I don't know where he was when my grandfather was arrested, okay? But he is happy to put on a Facebook post that, oh, somebody has attempted to empty their bank account. What does that even mean? Attempted to empty bank account.
How old was he?
Hopson, please.
Okay,
let me make my point.
When Victor Solomon was put in,
now you see, the issue that Ghanaians should realize is that as we speak, we know Hanan is in court for other charges. The court has heard him granted leave to travel. Right? His lawyers presented it. This same Deputy Attorney General went to court and argued against it. The court granted it on the 16th of June that he can travel to be appointed, to go to an appointment in London for the 6th of July, which is today.
Yes.
That has not happened. Now, the point I want us to understand is that arrest, everybody is trying to put reason for that arrest. Nobody knows why he was arrested again. We are hearing from the Attorney General, who has not put anything on paper to take it to court. The only time we will know the real reason of that arrest is when they go to court and charge him with a crime. He has not done anything. What he has done...
But if I don't arrest you, what am I charging you?
That's fine. So I'm saying that we will know, but I'm saying that everybody is trying to say that Hanan has done this. Yes, he's suspected of doing something. He is in court and he's being tried for it. We are all against corruption. We are all against people basically stealing from the state. But you see, what does it take away from the process if you arrest the person on Saturday and on Sunday his lawyer goes to see him? What does it take away from the process? What does it take away from the process if you arrest him on Saturday, on Monday you present him in court and say, look, this is why I arrested him? What does it take away from the process? You see, we are on a certain trajectory. Party Ghana is going to be ruled by the MPP or the NDC.
That is.
It might be next week, it might be next year, it might be next 10 years, it might be 4 years, it might be 2029. But there's one thing I want everybody who is doing this. Let me land on this point. Let me land on this point.
When the Attorney General discontinued the first charges? No, because the point you made is what I want to see clarity on. Do you recall, because we're torn between believing what a state investigative body says
they have
and
not
the
said
lawyer
anything.
of an
You see, you keep repeating that. The state has not said anything.
Kojo, let me make my point.
We don't take statements from Facebook pages.
I reported here as a journalist that Godfrey Odame, at the time that he was his client was in custody of Yoko, said that he was denied access.
Yes, he was denied access.
It was on this same platform when that allegation came out that it was false and that he had access.
No, he has not seen him. I spoke to him this morning.
I'm talking about before,
No, but this morning, he has not seen his client. I spoke to Godfrey Odame this morning. He had not seen his client. So let me make my point. I'm saying the point I'm trying to make that is very important is that, you see, everybody can laugh on this matter. But like I said, the MPP and the NDC rules this country. The MPP might take 4 years, might take 8 years, might take 10 years. Trust me, the elephant has a very big brain. We don't forget. And people who are going through these things, my brother here, I love him. Me and him have been on this show. He hasn't done anything. But I might not need a reason to call him and basically put him in the same cooler this man talks about. Okay? Because now you don't need a reason. We are getting to the state where in this republic now, you don't need a reason. You can just pick anybody and put him in the so-called cooler.
Listen to yourself.
But that's what you said. That's what the Ghanaians heard you. That's what you said.
If the person is in a place of state security, what do you want me to say?
Exactly. So everybody should remember who is in his house and condoning what is going on today should know that the precedent being set today is that the security agency don't need a reason to pick you up. Don't need a reason to let you to deny access.
I was picked and put in cells without any reason because I spoke on radio. I was put in jail. I mean cells.
So now,
and you were trying to remind me.
Let me conclude. We don't know what man is. The lawyers will go to court and do the needful. Eventually, look, Hanan, my brother, just take sleeps. Drink the gari, whatever, we are with you. One day, what goes around comes around.
Honorable, where is Hanan?
Oh, I think the newspapers even reported that it's with the BNI. But let me start by saying a very good morning to you, and as usual, my brothers and the people of Sisala East. Well, I think that the conversation of Hanan came up because there was a rearrest at the airport when he tried leaving the shores of Ghana for UK, according to the reports that he had an appointment for some optical appointment with a doctor in UK. Oh, that also came as a result of he being granted the permission to travel on this between the 4th and 12th of July. And I think the issue has become a topical issue because others have a view that once he's been granted the permission to travel by the court, any other action that goes to stop him from travel becomes unlawful. Yeah, but we operate within the circles of law, and we have the Constitution, we have our Criminal Offences Act that governs us. So the question I have looked through and tried to find out, okay, what necessitated the arrest again? Is it that people are afraid of the experiences we had in the past? For instance, we can give this, recently we brought in Sedina Tamakulo because at one point in time when she left for medical treatment, she never came back. We are still battling with the issue of even a very important personality in this country, that's the former finance minister. Up to now, we are struggling for him to come and be able to answer to some of the things he did during his stewardship. But the truth of the matter is that within the happenings, MFA, can we use the law to remedy the situation? I said yes. And also the fact that a high court has granted him the permission to travel or bail, does it mean that he's immune to rearrest? The answer here is no. Because the authorities in charge have every right, if they have other suspicions of a new crime. But it is for them to go and prove to the court that based on so and so and so, we are not comfortable with what he has done. And we think that his arrest is justified. So to me, that is what I expect the lawyers to do. Like they started indicating that they are applying for habeas corpus, that it is a compulsory request for him to be brought before the court or judge to look into the matter. But trust me, I am sure those who have taken that step, they might be having a lens that you and me do not have as we sit here. So I don't want to rush into condemnation. I also understand like that kind of emotional appeal being made by my good brother Kojo. Yes, the biggest challenge we are faced with in Africa, not even just Ghana, is the issue of corruption. And we are even equally finding it difficult to fight it because we are linked together by relation, be it extended or close. So sometimes even giving us that kind of courage and willingness to do something is difficult. But within the same remix, we have to also emphasize that everybody will account for your stewardship individually. Like I said, I will never wish. He is waiting for them to come into power. I don't know, by that time I'll be very old. I might not even be able to walk. But he is here. I am sure that everybody knows that Kojo has not done anything that is untoward to the law. And any arrest against Kojo might be an issue that might be happening either today or tomorrow. that we might not know. But to go and forcefully just catch Kojo because he's a very stout politician, to the extent somebody who had an ambition to contest at the presidential level, he's not a small person, but nobody's harassing him. So it is the individuals who fall short of their state worship per our laws that the law is dealing with. And I don't want to rush into condemning individuals until I see that their actions are also unlawful. But the courts are there to interpret. So to me, as it stands now, yes, he has lawyers. And these things have happened before. They are not new to us. Anything that goes towards the law, I applaud it. Let me tell you, even per our law, in terms of our civil liberties, we have something we call under tort. We have a forced imprisonment. Where you think that your rights have been infringed upon, people have detained you and confined you unlawfully, you have the right to go for compensation. Our constitution even indicates that. Even as per Article 14, Clause 5, if you go and read it, it indicates that clearly, if you think that you are unlawfully being restricted in terms of your movement, you have to go for compensation. So he has every right.
So how do you feel about his lawyer, granting an interview to the media saying that he went to the BNI and he had been denied access because they say that they don't allow people on weekends?
Sometimes it's karma. The same person who is defending him today did worse to people. I am surprised he's the
like
one
what?
crying. The theatrics in this country in terms of the judiciary. You know that. So sometimes some of them, it's so difficult. I am happy he's the one crying. So tomorrow when he gets opportunity, he makes things right. I have anybody who has every right to make things work well for the ordinary Ghanaian walking on the street. If you fail to do it and the law catches up with you and you are struggling, let's all come together on the table and make things right. He is saying that no, he has every right. He has read all the books. He has read all the judgments.
Nankopon on show be our Jebre Hedmedi. Dan that send ye no political trending news. The apple boba de ekashim and a debramo, a bedra for any for ha, and I'm the Ubibia is sending a dan that I hear and I like a Jumedian and Shema Yanomosonsa into me and kept Medimusia. Now, all once I'm even so can't fashion comment section or the Jebre and show the own TCBS, my crown.